There are not a lot of teams in the NBA that are in a better situation right now than the San Antonio Spurs. They have the best young asset in the league in Victor Wembanyama, who could win MVP next year in year number 3. They have a ton of draft capital still at their disposal. They just had the rookie of the year from the 2024 draft class is Stephon Castle. They have some good other players on their team. They could create some cap space this offseason. A lot of eyes are going to be on the Spurs, who want to make a leap next year and be one of the top teams in the West. So what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? Yeah, we are going to do a Spurs rebuild pre-lottery. If my next rebuild with the Spurs comes on Tuesday and it's a Cooper Flag Spurs rebuild, the NBA is gotta be in trouble because you would have Fox, Wemby, Castle, Cooper Flag, Vassell. Oh my god, man. If you had Cooper Flag and Wemby in that front court, that would actually be insane. Like, I'm sure all the teams in the Western Conference that don't have a chance at Cooper Flag are just like, please go to the East, go to Washington, go to Charlotte, even go to Chicago or Philadelphia. We do not want you here in the West. And the Spurs went into a big transitionary period this offseason. Greg Popovich no longer coaching in the NBA anymore. One of the absolute GOATs is hanging it up. He's going to go into the front office, and Mitch Johnson, who was the interim head coach, is going to be the guy for them going forward. Honestly, if I'm going to be competing next year, I want to bring back Chris Paul. I want to get CP3 a ring if I can. And we have the 8th projected pick right here, as well as 14 from the DeJounte Murray trade. That would have been crazy if we went up. So the Houston Rockets actually go up to number 2. Man, they could dangle that asset. Dylan Harper, the chance to draft him, and a Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Giannis Antetokounmpo trade. We fall to 9, and we also have 14 in this draft. So still 2 lottery picks at our disposal. We'll keep Greg Popovich around, though, because he's still a great head coach, and I wish he was still coaching. But I do think we could be a Kevin Durant team. I do think we could be a team that can go out and make a trade. I think for this team specifically, we could look to upgrade the small forward or power forward spots just because we have Wemby at the 5. We have Castle at the 2 and Fox at the 1. But there are some floor spacing question marks with Fox and Castle. And Vassell was still a good shooter for them this year, but Jeremy Sohan isn't really the best shooter in the world. And will this floor spacing be good enough? And I do wonder if I can land Kevin Durant and get him here to San Antonio for the last couple years of his career. He does stay in the Western Conference, but man, KD and Chris Paul were teammates for a little bit in Phoenix, but maybe they can get a ring together. So I'm going to offer up Harrison Barnes, and I'm going to offer up Keldon Johnson. I want to see if I can get this deal done without including Devin Vassell. I would be okay throwing in Jeremy Sohan. I will also throw in Julian Champagnie. So 3 players for the Spurs for a player that is 36 years old. He's going to be a free agent after next year. Plus, I will also offer them pick 14 and pick 38. If I need to include a future first, I will, but I think they're going to say yes to this, and they are not actually. Okay, so if I threw in that Atlanta 2027 first, could we get this deal done? Yes, we can. Kevin Durant is now a member of the San Antonio Spurs. So that is a really good stretch 4 next to Wemby. Castle at the 1, Fox at the 2, Vassell at the 3. We're going to bring back Chris Paul this offseason, and we also got to keep the 9th overall pick in this draft. Cooper Flag's going to Utah. And I think a realistic scenario could be the Spurs drafting Derek Queen. Yeah, he's not a wing. Maybe it's Conkinipple. Maybe they'd like to get Trey Johnson. But now we get a good backup center in case they lose Sandro in free agency, who, yes, didn't really play a ton of center last year. Actually, no, he did play center. I got somebody commenting in one of my videos saying I don't know Spurs ball because I said Sandro could be a center. He played 60% of his minutes last year at the 5 spot. Okay, see, I should doubt myself sometimes. So yeah, Derek Queen is going to be the backup center next year. Wemby, Sohan, Branham, we're all going to pick up those options. Kind of an end of an era with Blake Wesley here in San Antonio. Just did not work out. And Jordan McLaughlin, I'm also going to let walk as well. I think we could look at potential Jeremy Sohan trade ideas if we wanted to, but him coming off the bench is intriguing. I think I'm going to give Charles Bassey a 2-year deal if Derek Queen doesn't have the best start. Sandro, I'd like to bring back as well on a 2-year deal. And then could I also get DeAnthony Melton? I don't know if 2K is going to allow me to sign all these guys, plus a 1-year deal for Chris Paul. Let's see. I mean, I would love if I could bring back everybody here. Let's see if it lets me. Please, can I go 4 for 4? Yes, I can. Let's go. So yeah, we got a decent amount of guys here. I could still maybe afford Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Let me look at this team right now because we're fine in the front court. We could maybe use another 3, but I really like the addition of DeAnthony Melton. Honestly, I think we're okay right now. And if we were going to make a trade at the deadline, maybe I move Jeremy Sohan because he's a 2022 draft pick, so he could get extended this offseason, but would be a restricted free agent in the 2026 class. All right, so Kevin Durant regresses a little bit. I mean, not a shocker there as he is 36 years old. Chris Paul regresses a little bit as well. I wonder if he would play 2 more years, but if the efficiency drops this year, it's going to be hard to justify him giving him a rotational spot. All right, and before the season starts, I want to see if Kevin Durant would be open to a contract extension. He will not be. So let's re-sign De'Aaron Fox because, yeah, I mean, that's maybe why the Spurs could hesitate because You can max out Wemby in the 2026 offseason, and that contract won't kick in basically till the 2028 season. But you got a massive deal for Fox looming. I mean, Kevin Durant is only going to get like a 2 to 3 year deal probably for one last contract in his career. So the Spurs could definitely afford it going forward. And then Castle's extension would kick in theoretically when the Kevin Durant contract is up. So you'd have 3 max guys at the time if you max out Fox, Wemby, and if Castle is good enough to max out him as well. And then Vassell's contract could be up. All right, so Fox, Castle, Vassell, Durant, and Wemby is going to be the starting 5 this year. I think Sohan can get like 23 minutes off the bench. Chris Paul, he's going to get like 12 minutes a night. Sandro can get around 16. I don't think I'm going to play Bassi just yet because I want to see what Derek Queen can do. And I don't think I'm going to play Malachi Branham. I'm going to play D'Anthony Melton over him. So I want Wemby getting 34. We'll go 33 to KD. Let's go 30 to Vassell. Let's go 32 to Castle and 35 to De'Aaron Fox. And the 5 remaining minutes I'm going to give is going to be to Derek Queen. System proficiency is 4 stars under Pop. We could go to 4.5 star balance. Let's do that. All right, so we start off the season against the Pelicans, the Bucks, and the 76ers, as well as the Lakers. We start off 2-0. We beat the Pelicans by 27, beat the Sixers by 31, and then beat the Bucks by 14. Very nice start this year. KD's averaging 24 points in a Spurs uniform. Closer to Austin, where he went to school, which is cool. And then Wemby's averaging 26 and 13 on real numbers to start the year. I mean, it's such a small sample size. I'm also thinking like the Denver Nuggets could be a sneaky KD team as well. If the Phoenix Suns want to get an actual player that can help them next year, maybe that's Michael Porter Jr. Maybe there could be like a sign and trade with Russell Westbrook in that as well. I think the Suns could maybe use Russ, who actually cares and gives 100% every single night, no matter if it's against Charlotte, no offense to Charlotte, in a middle December game, because the Suns do not own their draft capital going forward. Michael Porter Jr. and Russell Westbrook, Aaron Gordon and Russell Westbrook. It's interesting. And yeah, the Spurs team has catapulted into one of the top teams in the West, maybe the best team in the NBA with the highest point differential here at the deadline. We are 39 and 13 at the moment, and Wemby is actually not been our leading scorer. It's not KD either. De'Aaron Fox is like, I want my touches still. 21 points, 5.5 rebounds, 6.5 assists, 52 from the field, 35 from 3. That is huge for us. Wemby, probably going to win DPOY this year, 39% from 3. I am fine with those KD numbers at age 37. He could also be a playoff riser for us. There's Devin Vassell, who's been fine. Stephon Castle, 3-point shot hasn't gotten better, but he's shooting 48% from the field. There's Jeremy Sohan, whose numbers were going to dip, I think, by the deadline. Sandro's not shooting well. Melton's not shooting well. Chris Paul's been okay. I think we could look to upgrade the bench. And I'm going to make this trade with the New York Knicks here at the deadline. Nolan Traore fell to the 48th overall pick in this draft. We can get him to the Spurs could definitely take in the lottery in the 2025 draft because of the French connection. We're going to get him in this trade. I'm also getting Corey Kispert. I thought I was going to be making a trade with the Wizards. So the Knicks just acquired him. They're going to reroute him to us for Jeremy Sohan and Charles Bassi, and the Knicks are going to agree to that. So honestly, I don't think like Traore is probably going to crack the rotation for us. It's just more having another floor spacer and scorer off the bench. So we'll see if Kispert can be the 6th man, and we also move on from Bassi, which allows Queen to be a rotational piece for us. So hopefully Sandro shoots a little bit better in the second half, and then I'll probably remove Melton from the rotation. Kevin Durant still wants to test free agency. We can sign Wemby now. Let's just do it. Under control for the next 6 years. Wemby wins MVP here in year number 3. I mean, if Wemby's the best defender in the sport next year, and he averages like 20 and 10 with, could be like 4 stocks tonight and 4 assists, he could definitely win that award. The Thunder have acquired RJ Barrett. Wemby wins DPOY, yeah, and Pop Coach of the Year, 64 and 18. I mean, getting the opportunity to coach like David Robinson, Tim Duncan, and Victor Wembanyama is pretty special. And not a lot of coaches get to say that. So Wemby, all defensive first team here. No shocker there. Shout out to the Thompson twins on all defensive second team. So let's go to the playoffs as the 1 seed. We're taking on the 8 seeded LA Clippers. So Kawhi Leonard versus his former team. We also get to see, oh wow, they won 35 games. Damn, the 9 through 11 seeds were not good in the West. Here were the Spurs. I guess, like, yeah, Harrison Barnes was the starter. He was okay. Keldon Johnson, not a bad bench player for them either. And then who did they draft? Well, they also had Julian Champagnie. He was fine. I mean, they didn't bottom out this year, which is good. Did they take Essengate with my pick? No. Did they take Janai Broom with my pick? Okay, they did, or I guess the Hawks pick. So yeah, we're taking on the Clippers, who do have Kawhi Leonard, so a little bit of a revenge series on the table for Kawhi. Our leading scorer this year ended up being Wemby. Honestly, we could trim down this rotation even more for the playoffs. So D'Anthony Melton, not going to crack the playoff rotation. Chris Paul will. He's going to get like 10 minutes a night. Honestly, don't really want to play Sandro. Maybe he shoots the ball in the playoffs. He's going to get like 10 minutes. Derek Queen can get 15. Solid backup big. We'll go 28 to Kispert. I'm going to go 36 to Wemby. I'm going to go 35 to KD. Vassell can go 32. Let's go 36 to Castle, and we can do 38 to De'Aaron Fox. So round number 1 against the Clippers. If we lose, that would be kind of shocking. I would like to get Kevin Durant another ring, which would be 3 in his career. I'd like to get Chris Paul his first ring because I don't know if he's going to be a rotational piece for us next year. He shot the ball a whole lot better than Derek Queen did in round 1 because Derek Queen shot 34% from the field. Corey Kispert, come on. I need you to be a little bit better than that. Vassell, same with you, even though you did shoot 40% from 3. Wemby and Fox were really good. We ended up beating them in 5. Were there any really close games? Game 5, we won by 9. We blew them out by 24 in game 1. Blew them out in game number 2. They held us to only 95 points in game 3. We blew them out in game 4. We're taking on Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves. They were the Ty Jerome team this offseason. All right, so let's see if we're able to win this series and advance to the conference finals. The Timberwolves steal game 1. Fox had 36. Wemby had 17 rebounds. Wemby did not shoot the ball well. Is Gobert showing that he is the best French center in the league still? Game number 2 goes to the San Antonio Spurs. We beat them by 4. All right, let's win game 3. Let's go. All right, we win by 9. Randall and Edwards combined for 60. Castle leading score with 26 points. Game 4, we have ourselves a series. They won a defensive dogfight 97 to 95. Game 5 goes to the Spurs 141-135. 52 combined between Fox and Castle, or Fox and Vassell. We lose game 6 by 1. All right, this is really a series. Corey Kispert explodes for 28. He has been, I think, slightly better in the series, but has not been a great 6-man for us. All right, the winners takes on the Sacramento Kings, who we could beat. So let's just beat Minnesota, because I think we can go to the NBA Finals. Great start. We're up by 20 here in the first half, but if you've watched the Knicks Celtics first 2 games, no 20-point lead is safe in the playoffs, but this time it will be. We're going to win by 38 points. 34 for Vassell, 27 for Fox. Kispert stepped up, knocked down 5 threes, and we're taking on the Kings in the conference finals. You got the Hawks and the Pistons over there. And this Kings team, shout out to them making it to the conference finals. Oh my God. Did they trade DeMar DeRozan for Kuzma maybe? Mitchell Robinson is on this team as well. They have so many big men with Valanciunas still there. And they picked up, was that Clint Capella? Yeah, Clint Capella as well. I'm sure Milwaukee was pretty bad. 2K is not a big fan of the Milwaukee Bucks. Unless the Knicks traded for DeMar? Nope, the Bucks did, which... Hey, we could see that in the offseason. I wouldn't be totally shocked if that happened. Low-key should the Bucks, if they don't trade Giannis, Dame is out for the year. Do you trade Kuzma, who I think the Kings were interested in? Now I know it's a new front office. Do you try to flip Kuzma for DeRozan? I mean, Kuzma's younger, so maybe Sacramento would be interested in that. And then do you just try to get Russell Westbrook? And you have Russ, DeRozan, and Giannis. The floor spacing, oh my God, I want to throw up. But it's guys that are healthy. Guys that have proven that they could be good regular season players in DeMar and Russ. Maybe that's what you want if you're Milwaukee, just to give yourselves a shot to make the playoffs next year. And then you get Dame healthy, maybe midway through the year. I don't hate that. I don't. I think there's a couple different teams that do not own their first round pick that should be all over Russell Westbrook, because I think he can give you, he's going to lose you some games in the regular season, but he can win you some. I don't think Miami would be, but I think Phoenix and I think Milwaukee should be all over Russ. Game 1 goes to San Antonio, 121-116, 12 assists for Fox. Game 2, San Antonio. We end up, coming back in the fourth quarter to win by 2. Both teams scored under 100. They do win game 3 by 6. I mean, I am taking them lightly. Shout out to Devin Carter with a nice Western Conference Finals performance. Wow, how are the Kings this good? Maybe it's because they got a million big man. Should I get, I don't know, somebody back in the rotation? We do win game 5. We blow them out, outscored them by 15 in the fourth. I mean, Clint Capella, Zach LaVine, these have been their leading scorers. It doesn't really make a ton of sense to me. The only thing is 2K does if you have a lot of solid big men, and maybe that's why. They're about to push us to a game 7. We are up by 2 with 1:42. Am I going to blow this? Let's see. All right, so Wemby's got 29, only 2 rebounds guarding Sabonis here. Mitchell Robinson is on this team. Okay, Corey Kispert's got to guard. Actually, Valanciunas can kind of shoot, so maybe I got to respect him. But Wemby could drop a little bit. Devin Carter, let's see. Okay, Mitchell Robinson can't shoot, but Valanciunas can. Don't tell me. Oh my God, he hits that. Are you kidding me, man? Are you kidding me? All right, so I've already blown the lead. That was quicker than I wanted it to be. All right, so let's just get the ball to Wemby, and let's just go right at Sabonis. They're probably gonna double, or maybe I get the ball to KD. All right, Wemby, just get that over. Okay, yeah, poster with ease. He's got 31. He's a freak. Sabonis is 6'10", and Wemby is just jumping over him with 2 hands. All right, so let's play some defense here. Wemby's guarding Sabonis, who also can space the floor a little bit. We're in front. You're not going anywhere. Devin Carter on the perimeter, also not the best shooter in the world. Wait, is that? Oh no, that's Clint Capella. I thought that was Jaren Jackson. If Castle hit that, I was gonna be speechless. All right, we have a mismatch. Let's call an isolation. Yeah. Fastest player in the league, guarded by Mitchell Robinson. We saw Tatum go to the rim. Okay, wow. All right, Mitchell Robinson, I've never seen you act like that before. I guess I have. All right, well, I thought that was going to be a dunk. I thought we were going to get an easy possession there. And now Fox is guarding Mitchell Robinson. That is just not what we want. They really are rolling out 4 big men and Devin Carter. And I know that's like a 2K thing, and they're going to probably get some subs in. But what is this lineup right now? They're going to get every rebound, I feel like. Great defensive possession. Stephon Castle on Devin Carter. And we get the rebound. Let's go. They're going to foul Castle. Probably not the guy I want taking these free throws. I think I would have preferred KD 100% at the line. Thankfully, he makes the first, makes it a 2-point game with 19 seconds to go. And Castle, wow, that was clutch. All right, Levine got the quick 2. Come on, KD, come over here. I need Kevin Durant to take these free throws. All right, KD, first free throw is good. Makes it a 2-point game again. I guess, yeah, they're going to have a chance to tie it with a 3, and KD is going to go 2 for 2. I think this is probably what I would have defensively. Maybe I would take out, I don't know, is there really that much better of a defender on the bench? No way Aldama hits that, right? Okay, he misses that, and we should be winning this game as long as Fox can hit 1 free throw, and we're going to be going to the NBA Finals just in 2026, next year's Finals. The Spurs are making it here in 2K. Bang, there we go. That's the dagger pretty much. All right, so we are going to be taking on the Hawks or the Pistons. It's going to be the Atlanta Hawks. All right, the DeJounte Murray series here. The Hawks ended up beating the Pistons in 7. Trey had 21 points. They won 124-110. Spurs versus Hawks. Let's see what's going to happen here. Game 1, we win. This is the DeMarre Carroll series as well. 135-104. We're 3 games away from getting Chris Paul his first ring. We are 2 games away. Come on. We got to do it for CP3, man. Game 3 goes to the Spurs. Do not blow a 3-0 lead. Bang, man. Bang. Chris Paul gets a ring. That makes me so happy. Victor Wembanyama is your finals MVP. He gets a ring year 3 into his career. Kevin Durant now, I guess, looks smart to maybe, I don't know if he asked out, but you know what? He got his way to San Antonio. And there goes LeBron. I'll let Chris Paul ride off into the sunset with the ring. I am going to override Russ's retirement because I may try to pivot and get Russell Westbrook on the team, because if we could win it all next year, I can get Russ a ring as well. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pick up James Harden this offseason, but that would be somebody that, you know, if you wanted to be a 6 man on this team, Harden, we could try to get you a ring as well. And we did have a swap, I believe, with the Hawks, so maybe I should have moved that pick in a deal. That pick is just going to give us number 21. So yeah, we met the Hawks in the NBA Finals, so they're going to get pick 30 from us. Pop, we could, I don't know. No, he didn't retire. I don't know if Mitch Johnson is in the game, and he is in the game. So you know what? Pop is now like in the front office. We're going to make Mitch Johnson the head coach. Also have the 31st pick in this draft as well, which is nice. I'm also going to be trading DeAnthony Melton to the Thunder for a 2028 swap between the Thunder and the Spurs, or Thunder and the Mavericks. And then I'm going to try to use all 4 of my second rounders to get back in the first round so I can get a 4-year deal with that player. So could I maybe get picked 26 for all those seconds? Bang, there we go. The Warriors move down 5 spots, but they also get 3 more seconds in that deal. Thunder are going to be good. They just landed AJ DeBanza with the number 1 pick. Philadelphia gets Cameron Boozer, and the Knicks take Darren Peterson, the consensus top 3. And I'm going to take Kareem Lopez here with the 21st overall pick from the Atlanta Hawks. He's in the NBL and could be a really good player one day. I think that 2026 draft is going to be loaded at the top. And then I'm going to take Mikal Brown Jr. here with the Warriors pick that we just traded up with. And yeah, I'm going to want to bring in some NBA legends that maybe we could get them a ring before they retire. I do want to see if Russell Westbrook is even a free agent. He is, and I can afford Russ. That is going to be, oh wow, we actually have 23 million because Kevin Durant is a free agent. So let me make sure we get Kevin Durant back on a 2-year deal, and then I hope I get a mid-level exception to bring in Russ. So let's see, we're going to sign Kevin Durant, 2 years, 83 million. Unfortunately, I can't get Russ right now. So we could either wait till the end of free agency. What I may do is try to do a sign and trade. Maybe it's going to involve Branham, who I'm not giving that much money to. So I'm going to give Branham a 2-year deal, and then hopefully that could match any Russ deal. Unless I could sign Russ. If he didn't get signed yet, he didn't. He's got a 1-year deal worth $2 million from the Knicks. Russ, take my deal at $5 million. Does the no trade clause help? It does. Please take that, Russ. Yes, okay. We're going to get Russ. I don't know if that matters if I sign Branham. I'm going to be pissed if it says I can't sign Russ after this. Please, please, let's go. Okay, Russell Westbrook is now a San Antonio Spur. He reunites with KD. I don't know if I could try to get James Harden. It's going to be very tough. I mean, it also depends, yeah, like just how much Harden is making. If he's making $30 million, jeez, man, it's even more than that. He's basically making $50 million from the Jazz. I don't think I can acquire you, James. No, I'm not trading De'Aaron Fox for you. Even if I moved Vassell and Branham, oh my God, that can get me there. Am I really about to do this just to get Harden a ring? I already got my ring, but I'm mortgaging the future for doing this. Could I maybe get some draft capital for doing this? Could I get the Lakers first? Could I get 3 first-round picks? I don't want your first because you have Cooper Flag. Give me this one. So I'm asking for 3 first-round picks and James Harden making $50 million at age 37 for Vassell and Branham. This is so stupid of me, but I want to get Harden a ring. Yep, we can get this deal done. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm giving myself the ultimate challenge for the 2027 season. All right, so I'm also making Harden a shooting guard as well. He's going to be our sixth man. I think Kispert's going to start at the 3, which is fine. Kispert's going to get like 24 minutes a night. It's going to be Fox, Castle, Kispert, KD. Harden and Russ running the second unit is kind of fun. I can't lie. I don't think Nolan Traore is going to crack the rotation. Russ is going to get like 12 minutes, very similar to CP3. I think Sandro is going to get like 8 minutes a night. I want to get Kareem Lopez in there as well. He's going to get like 10 minutes a night. We can go 16 to Harden, or excuse me, 16 to Queen. 28 to Harden is fine. Let's go 34 to Fox, 33 to Castle, 34 to KD, 36 to Wemby. Honestly, 5 more minutes. We could probably give it to like Russ and Kareem Lopez. So system proficiency under Mitch Johnson, 4-star balance right now. I also basically just made the Thunder 2.0 here like what 15 years later with Russ, KD, and Harden all on the same team. Harden and KD reunite for the first time since what the 2022 season when they were playing in Brooklyn, and then Harden and KD, and then Russ and KD for the first time since 2016 when KD ended up leaving for Golden State, and then Harden and Russ reunite for the first time, I guess, since 2024 when they all played on the LA Clippers. So hey, we get off to a 4-1 start. Wemby's like, is this somebody's like nostalgia dream, or are we trying to actually build a championship over here? Either way, though, it's a really good bench. I just can't believe Harden's making $50 million as a 37-year-old. And here at the deadline, we are the 1 seed in the Western Conference, 41-10 with a 13.9 point differential. I'm going to have to get like Paul George on this team as well at one point. Wemby's averaging 25, 13, and 4. He may win MVP. Kevin Durant still giving me 20 points a night as a 38-year-old. Fox is giving me 16 and 6, shooting 36 from 3. Castle, hey, with all these new faces coming in, he's improving. He's shooting 38% from 3. Is that on like decent volume? Yeah, 240 attempts this year. I'll take that. Harden's shooting 41% from 3 and averaging 7 assists off the bench. There's Corey Kispert, 45% from 3 in the starting lineup, 52% for Queen. Even Russ has been like, okay, honestly, at this point in his career. I do want to see our defensive metrics, though. So our offense is second best in the West. The defense is second best as well. Okay, so that's what I was worried about. I don't think I need to make any moves at the moment. Any contract extensions to deal with? Nope. Let's try to go and get some of these NBA legends like Harden and Russ the first ring and maybe what are their final years of their careers. And Wemby goes back-to-back. He wins the 2027 MVP award, 24 and 13, 4 assists as well, 14 and 8 for Boozer. Tari Eason, whoa. Those might be like most improved numbers. He signed with the Clippers and then got traded to the Dallas Mavericks. Wemby wins DPOY. That actually goes to, I guess, his replacement in Houston, Ace Bailey. Steph, Clutch Player of the Year. Pop got Coach of the Year last year with 64 wins. Mitch Johnson gets it this year, which is 3 West wins, but I think we're going to be fine in the playoffs. Wemby, All-NBA first team as he won MVP for the second time in his career in 4 years in this league. All defensive first team, obviously, as well. And we are the 1 seed in the West, taking on Kevin Durant's former team, the Phoenix Suns, headlined. Okay, they picked up. Wait, no way. No way. What? They actually traded Devin Booker. I feel like they never do in this game. And they traded him for Bam Adebayo. Wait, where is he? There he is. Wow. Okay, so you have Devin Booker and Tower Hero over there. I mean, I guess in Miami, you'd probably want to pair up Bam and Booker. That's crazy. That is a wild trade to happen this year. So yeah, I don't know who's going to get trimmed from the rotation off the top of my head. Like I may not go to like Kareem Lopez or Sandro for the playoffs. But I think I get to keep one of them. Who would I rather keep? I mean, Kareem Lopez is pretty good, so maybe I'm going to keep him because Derek Queen's kind of like the backup big. We're going to go like 13 minutes to Kareem and Russ. We'll go 15 to Queen. We could do like 26 to Harden, 26 to Kispert. Let's do 37 Wemby, 35 KD. We'll do 36 Castle. Honestly, let's go 39 to Fox. He can play a ton of minutes, and Russ isn't going to play like a ton of this series either. Let's beat Kevin Durant's old team, the Phoenix Suns. Wow, they're up 2-1, but then we end up winning 3 in a row. The fact that we were down 2-1, though, a little bit scary. De'Aaron Fox, maybe I got to lower the minutes. Maybe that is way too much of a workload for him right now. Corey Kispert shot 41% from 3. So if I were going to lower his minutes down to like 34 with Castles, maybe I lower Wemby's a little bit, Harden up to 28. Maybe we get Queen up to 20. He could play a little bit of the backup 4. We'll go up Russ to 14 as well. So we're taking on the Clutch Player of the Year, Steph Curry, who's got Jimmy Butler and Levine there. So 2 former Bulls on the perimeter. And yeah, they've met in the playoffs before. It was kind of like the death lineup Warriors versus Kawhi Leonard and the Spurs. We blow them out in game number 1. Yeah, KD versus former team. We're on a KD. Wait, no way. Oh my God, this would be kind of sick. Oh no, we needed the Nets to go to the NBA Finals because if we got to the finals, then we could have been all of the Kevin Durant teams, Phoenix, Golden State, and potentially OKC in the conference finals. That would have been really cool. We ended up going up 3-0. We lost game 4 and 5, and then we end up winning in 6. Wemby in that series, 28 points. Kevin Durant, as a 38-year-old, drops 23, and Fox was much better with a lighter workload. There we go. We get to take on the Oklahoma City Thunder. So 3 straight Kevin Durant teams here. They have a really good team. They've added AJ DeBance along the way. Harden and Russ versus their former team as well. We're up 2-1. 3-1. Do not blow a 3-1 lead, please. Bang, we win in 5. And the San Antonio Spurs are back in the NBA Finals. Harden goes to his first NBA championship. Wait, no, I'm dumb. They literally went in 2012. I don't know what I'm saying. But I guess his first after leaving the Thunder. No, yeah, he's literally been to the finals with Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook. We win game 1 against the Knicks. We win game 2. They've added Jaden Ivey. They no longer have Mikal Bridges. They have drafted Darren Peterson. 2-1, 2-2. Don't lose game 5, please. Okay, we win game 5. Don't go to a game 7. Bang! The San Antonio Spurs win the NBA Finals here in 2027. Wemby is your Finals MVP. 29 and 14. We're basically like a charity right now, like a nonprofit. NBA legends that don't have a ring, come over here, ring chase with us. You can still get paid because Harden's making $50 million a year, and we can get you a ring. All right, so 2 full years of this rebuild, 2 NBA championships. Russ is going to go off into the sunset like Chris Paul last year. He's going to get a ring. He's going to the Hall of Fame with Paul George. I just didn't want to take on that Paul George contract. So is there any other NBA like legends that haven't gotten a ring at this point? Like Kawhi, Kyrie, AD, all of them got a ring. We also have the Lakers first round pick there from the Harden trade. That would have been sick if it moved up. But it's going to be there at number 12. Do you think it had like a top 3 or 5 protection on it? I also have Minnesota's pick at 17 from the Harden trade and 23. Or no, that's the Suns. So like, yeah, KD got a ring. I guess Jimmy Butler hasn't gotten a ring yet. And Damian Lillard. Do I try to acquire both of them this offseason? Maybe. If DeRozan, I mean, he's 37. He's an 80 overall. All right, maybe we try to get Dame here. Like, could I do Dame for James Harden? Does he have 1 year left on his deal? We can actually probably do this. Can I do this straight up? No, I'm not throwing in Kevin Durant for Malik Thomas. I will throw in, I don't really want to throw in any like real assets. I'll give you pick 60. I'll give you 4 second rounders, 3 second rounders. I gotta give you, pick 12 for Karis LeVert. All right, we'll do it. Damian Lillard, welcome to the San Antonio Spurs. I'm trying to get you a ring before you retire as well. And then I'd love to get Jimmy Butler. It's just I would probably have to move Kevin Durant if I were going to get Jimmy, who is a 80, what is he? A 90 overall. He's got 2 years left on the deal. Yeah, like I got to move KD realistically to get Jimmy Butler. So maybe I make that trade. Yeah, Kevin Durant for Jimmy Butler, KD back to the Warriors. They're not going to do that straight up. I can get pods in this deal for Mikal Brown in my 2031 first. Yeah, we're going to do that. All right, so if this is going to be the last year of the rebuild, I'm going to try to just be the charity here. Wemby is now opening up his like NBA legend charity. We got Chris Paul a ring, got Russ, got Harden. Now the goal this year is to get Dame and Jimmy Butler rings before they retire. So we ended up getting Dwayne Aristod there with the 17th overall pick. The Denver Nuggets had the number 1 pick. We're going to pick up the team options on everybody here. I could look to move Corey Kispert this offseason as well. Seeing if we want to upgrade there. Sandro, I would like to bring back on a 2-year deal, so let's do that. And then the French connection, we're going to bring in Gershon Yabusele on a 2-year deal. And we get Traore back on the qualifying offer. And here at player progression, Jimmy and Dame regress a little bit. We all thought they were actually going to be teammates in Miami at one point in that 2023 offseason. And I'm going to give Stephon Castle a max deal because why not? Because we're going into the final year. Like I said, I'm just trying to get Jimmy and Dame a ring this year. Dame is going to be a sick 6th man. So yeah, Butler basically takes KD's spot. We could think about moving Castle to the 3 at 6'6" and getting pods in there, but I think this is fine with me for now. I want to see what Kareem Lopez can do this year with more minutes. Like, I don't think Sandro is actually going to play. We could see what Nolan Traore could do with about 10 minutes a night. We're going to go like, we'll do 20 to pods. We'll do like 14 of Lopez. Dame, 26 minutes a night. I want to make sure that Wemby gets his, 34 minutes. We'll go like 24 to Kispert, 32 to Castle's fine. And let's go 33 to Fox. We are 4.5 star balanced. Yeah, I'm just trying to get Dame and Jimmy a ring this year, and hopefully that can be the case. We're off to a very good start. 4-0. 4-1 start. All right, so we are not as good and dominant as we were last year. We are 31-22. We are the 3 seed, but we are by far, from being the top team point differential wise, or even the top team in the Western Conference. That would be the Oklahoma City Thunder. And my goal is to get Jimmy and Dame a ring at the end of the year. So I do wonder if there's a type of trade that we could make here at the deadline. Yeah, and I'm going to be doing this trade with the Boston Celtics. I'm going to be sending them De'Aaron Fox, Brandon Podziemski in a second for Peyton Pritchard and Jaylen Brown. Now, this is going to allow me to put Damian Lillard as our starting point guard, which probably is where he should be at this point. And I'm getting a massive upgrade at the small forward position because Jaylen Brown is now going to be our starting starting small forward. Peyton Pritchard is going to be like one of our main guards off the bench now. And then Corey Kispert, a much more diminished role now. So we're going to go like 35 minutes a night to Jaylen Brown throughout the rest of the regular season. I want to get Corey Kispert about 13 minutes a night. We can go about 20 to Peyton Pritchard, and the rest I'm going to give is to Kareem Lopez. And Wemby goes 3 in a row with MVP awards. Hopefully he can go on a nice run here in the playoffs. Another deep point as well. We do not get Coach of the Year, though. That does go to Mark Daigneault, Wemby, All-NBA first team. And I know adding somebody like Jaylen Brown midseason is not going to be great for the team chemistry, but we end up getting the 2 seed. We got a little bit of a battle of Texas here in round number 1 between the Spurs and the Dallas Mavericks, who have Anthony Davis still, Cody Martin starting at the 3. A lot of big men there. That brought the Sacramento Kings to the conference finals back in the 26 season. Maybe that's going to help Dallas here. I'm excited, though. I do think this is a really good team, and we could still win it all this year and get Dame and Jimmy a ring. So, Nolan Traore not being in the rotation here. I don't even know if I'm going to play. No, yeah, we are going to play Corey Kispert, who shot the ball well from 3. He's going to get 18 minutes a night. I think Lopez, while he was good, is going to get like 10 minutes a night. Derek Queen is kind of like the backup big, so he's going to get like 17, and then Peyton Pritchard, 21 minutes is fine. Let's make sure Wemby gets 36. Jimmy can get 33. Jaylen can get 38. Castle can get 35, and we'll go 32 to Dame. It's a really good starting 5 of all 90 overalls. Hopefully, we're able to beat the Dallas Mavericks in round number 1 and advance to round number 2. 3-1, 4-1, bang. We end up winning in 5. Wemby putting the team on his back. I mean, Jaylen Brown is a great number 2. All right, taking on the Timberwolves, who gave us, I think, a little bit of an issue. Was it last year or 2 years ago? I think last year in round 1. No, might have been round 2. We do go down 2-1. Okay. How do I feel about that? Do I want to make any adjustments to the rotation? Jaylen Brown had 27 in game 3. Castle had 7 assists. Dame, I don't know. I think I'm going to let game 4 ride it out. Okay, big win. Big win by 14 on the road in Minnesota. Game 5 in San Antonio, we lose. All right, we ended up losing. Oh my God, our defense gave up 152 points. Really? All right, they got Randall and OG over there in Minnesota. And we were going to force a game 7. We win 129-118. Castle, 34, 14, and 6. Game 7 of the 2028 second round, not the NBA Finals. I want to get Jimmy and Dame a ring, so I really hope we win. All right, good start to the fourth quarter. Up by 2. Close this out, please. Close it out. Let's go. Let's go. We win 116-114. Jaylen Brown with the go-ahead bucket with 6 seconds left. Vlad Golden. Wow, turned it over. They were going to get the final shot off. Big dog. That's like Floyd Badunga after Wemby missed a free throw. And we advanced to the conference finals, man. Jaylen Brown using off that finals experience, that big game playoff experience to get us a win. Take it on Sacramento. We saw them in the conference finals, 2 years ago? And we have a chance to beat them again. They've added Jalen Green along the way, and we are going to win in 7. Oh my God, man. 7-game series again. We're taking on Philadelphia, Jimmy's old team. Man, I just simulated that round, and wow, I'm kind of glad I did because I would have been stressed. If we win game 1, lose game 2 by 5. Game 3, we ended up winning or losing this one by 16, Win by 17 in game 4. We were down 3-2. Wow. And then we win by 3 in game 6 and 11 in game 7. So we're taking on Philadelphia. They have a good team. Maxey, McCain, Grimes, Boozer, and Embiid. Their bench isn't great, but hopefully we're able to beat them. Game 1 goes to San Antonio. Come on, Jimmy. Come on, Dame. Let's get this ring for you guys. Game number 2 goes to San Antonio. 3 to Philly. 4 to Philly. 5 to Philly. No. I couldn't get Dame and Jimmy a ring. Wow, we went up 2-0. What happened in game 3? We lost by 21. Then we lost by 4 in overtime. Lose by 4 in game 5. And then get blown out in game 6. Lonzo at 37. Lonzo magnet ball. He knocks down 7 threes. And unfortunately, Jimmy and Dame's careers could not end as poetically as Russ's, KD's, Chris Paul, and James Harden's for us. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, I would appreciate you dropping a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments, maybe your final lottery prediction. I'm not sure if you guys will get another video, maybe one more before the lottery comes out. And then, yeah, going to be doing a bunch of different rebuilds. Number 1 pick, number 2 pick, maybe trading some picks throughout the rebuilds as well on trying to predict what we could see or what I want to see in the 2025 offseason. So subscribe for that content. I'll catch you guys there. Peace.